All right, both teams have concluded the toss. The referees are huddled up at midfield, and now they break out. Let's see if we can determine who has won the coin toss. Here comes Linganore out on the field. I believe they will receive. So Oakdale, Linganore has won the coin toss and will receive at the north end of their field. That's left on your radio dial, moving left to right. Oakdale will kick off from the south end of the field to the Linganore Lancers. 2 Lancers deep to receive the ball. Number 7, Zamari Snowden, their star halfback. Snowden has had a great year so far. He's leading the team in rushing with 46 carries for 230 yards. As the ball is teed up on the near hash mark, right on the 40-yard line, we are ready to go. Here we go. The kickoff is underway. Deep end-over-end kick taken right at the 5, out to the 10, 15, 20, cuts left, cuts right, 30, 20-yard line, 23-yard line. Didn't make it all the way out to the 30, so it's going to be marked at the 23-yard line where the Linganore Lancers offense will take over 1st and 10. Here we go. A long pass attempted downfield falls incomplete, and the crowd lets out an O on that one. Linganore's first attempt on offense is a 40-yard pass straight down the middle of the field on a post pattern to the right wide receiver. There we go. Pistol formation. No, he goes up under center now, leans down. Lay has it, hands off to the deep back off left tackle. Hit and knocked in the backfield for a 3-yard loss. Nothing there.
Number 55, Mario Goings. Loss of about 4 on the play. It's going to bring up third down. And
it's going to bring up third down and about 13, Mike.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, straight drop, wants to pass, looking right, quick, right over the middle, and he throws it just a little too far. He had that man on a short slant right across the middle, sort of a middle screen almost, wasn't it, George?
Flag on the play.
Yeah, flag on the play, Mike, just trying to figure out what the call might be. Let me see, looks like it's going to be declined since it was third down anyway, so it's going to bring up fourth and punting position.
Okay. All right, punting unit comes out on the field. So the Linganore's first possession is 3 and out as it stalls. They're going to have to punt it away now with 2 receivers deep right on the 50-yard line. Oakdale's going to get pretty good possession out of this. He drives back to his 45 across the 50 into the 45, 40.
He's got room. He's got room.
And he's tripped up and falls right on the 25-yard line where it'll be marked. Great field position for Oakdale Bear and a wonderful run back by number 12.
Yeah, great job by Anthony Sparacino, assisted by Zamari Snowden to prevent him from blowing all the way down to that end zone, Mike.
All right,
Bears tripped him up right at the 20. Looks like it's going to be on the 27. 1st and 10 now.
So Bears first possession of this game. Pistol formation. 2 receivers split to the wide side, 1 to the near. Hand off to the lone back, straight ahead, bounces it outside, jukes on the outside, still on its feet, 10, 15, 17-yard gain, and the ball goes all the way down to the 8-yard line, and Oakdale makes it look easy.
Read option, Mike, that time around the left-hand side. The defensive end committed, and he popped right outside, kind of scraped paint right along the outside edge, and then popped out into the flats. It was hard to bring down, made it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Same formation for the Bears as they bring it up. Quarterback Corey Schlee, you may remember him, George. He's a 6'5" center for the Oakdale basketball team.
Yep.
Hands off to the back, straight off a slant, straight off right tackle, and it's met right at the line of scrimmage. Not much there, maybe a yard or two on the carry.
Much better job this time of stopping the back from a big gainer, but Mike, still Oakdale is getting the surge on that offensive line. This time, right off between the right guard and tackle. Big hole, quickly filled by a Linganore linebacker, but not before a 5-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd down and 5 to go now. Springs it wide, comes around to the edge, and he's brought down from behind before he can get there on an excellent open field tackle at about the 5-yard line. No gainer on the play. Maybe a loss of a yard on that one, Mike.
All right. Good defense by the Linganore Lancers as they stiffen there with their backs up against their own goalposts. This is going to be a huge down for them. They've got 3rd and goal from about the 6.
Wide left, slot left. High formation in the backfield. Slot right. Quarterback takes a low snap.
Well, it's a touchdown on the slant.
Wow. Wide open in the end zone. Oakdale quarterback had to catch that pass around the ankles on a poorly snapped ball, stood up and fired it on a slant from the left-hand side from the slot back. Wide open for a touchdown.
Here comes the extra point attempt. The ball is spotted right there on the 15-yard line. The snap, the set, the kick is up. Lots of pressure on that, but he gets it away, and the kick is good. So Oakdale.
There's going to be a little help on the kickoff too, Mike, as the Linganore defender blasted right through and ran into the kicker. So they're going to add a little bit on to the kickoff.
So Samuel Savavoti, the wide receiver for Oakdale, puts them on the board on a hookup with quarterback Schlee to give Oakdale the lead as the receiving unit for Linganore will prepare to receive the ball for the 2nd time in the last 5 minutes.
Full house here tonight, huh, Mike?
It looks great. Looks great. Beautiful temps. By this time of the year, we're starting to expect a little cold. But
when you think of Friday night high school football in Frederick County,
this is it.
This is as good as it gets right here.
Right. And if you think about it, the number one team right now in the rankings, according to the Maryland polls, is Walkersville in Frederick County.
Right.
Then Tuscarora, Oakdale, and Linganore.
Right.
So here we are. This is a battle between number 2 and number 3. Ball teed up on the 45-yard line as a result of that penalty, where Oakdale will kick off once again.
Ball set up on the left hash mark. Nice deep kick all the way down.
Same exact kick right at the 5-yard line, out to the 10, 15, cuts it right, gets around the edge, 20-yard line, and knocked out of bounds right into his own bench. But a good gain, 21-yard return all the way out for that return specialist.
Free safety Noah Miller on the stop. It was a race to the edge, Mike, after that kickoff, got out to the 20, and they collided, and Noah Miller with a great job taking him down. 1st and 10, second series of the game now for Linganore. Starting from their own 20-yard line.
Linganore with that no huddle as they look to the sideline where the play is signaled in. Little movement there, reset in the backfield. Now Lay is ready. Handoff to the lone back, straight ahead. Snowden protects that ball and drills ahead for about an 8-yard gain.
Nice pickup on 1st down with their back to the wall. 2nd and 2 gives you some other options here, Mike. They may not have had in that first series to attempt.
High formation, handoff to the deep back, looking for some room. Not much there. Gets a couple, but not enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 3rd and short.
Stout defensive line by Oakdale just stuffed every gap on that side of the line, and even with a big lead blocker, they couldn't make it budge. No gainer, 3rd and 2.
3-4 defense, straight ahead, dive play, good for the first down. Good drive on that, George. They moved the chains.
Definitely made an excellent second effort and hit that hole very quickly, Mike, on that dive.
Yeah, because with that 3-4, those linebackers, like you said, they're charging that gap.
Nice job. Well-earned first down for Linganore.
So the crowd celebrates the first down of the game for the Lancers as Lee leans under center with an offset eye behind him. He hands it the deep back off left tackle, tries to bounce it outside, got a bunch of guys in his face. He's going to take a loss on that one. Just too much penetration from that right side of the Oakdale defense, George.
Yeah, there's we're going to try to figure out where the matchup is failing for Linganore on that side, but it's been consistent.
Well, it looks like it's on the outer edge.
Second down, we're going to call it 13.
Two receivers split to the near side of the field. One walks into the slot. Linganore shifts into a pistol formation, showing pass all the way with a 2nd and 12. Instead, they hand it off and go left, and it's going nowhere. Dropped right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Lancers. So Lancers unable to get anything going here early, and it's really this battle is being decided in the trenches at the line of scrimmage right now.
Well, when you're 3rd and 13, 3rd and 14, right in that area, all right, 2nd, on that last play, what you like to try to do is get it back in like maybe 2 chunks. Get something that gives you something to work with on 3rd down. But in that case, they weren't able to get anything, maybe lost a yard.
Again, offset eye for the Lancers as Lee goes under center, and the right guard moves. He pulls before the snap, and we're going to have a 5-yard penalty on the Lancers for illegal motion.
And he knew it as soon as he flinched. Well, 3rd and long for the Lancers. They're going to repeat it. It's even 3rd and longer. At almost 3rd and 19, maybe 20.
Straight ahead running, and he's tripped and caught in the backfield, maybe about 2 yards on the carry. But it's going to bring the punting unit back out on the field with 4th and about, looks like 14 to go. The ball spotted right on the 25-yard line in Linganore territory. So,
well, I guess the thinking there, Mike, is don't do anything too risky and maybe give up the ball in even worse field conditions.
High snap, bounces at the 50 and takes an Oakdale bounce and out of bounds at the 44-yard line in Linganore territory, where it's spotted, make that the 43. So the Bears will take over 1st and 10 once again. And the second time in this game, they'll be in Linganore territory on 1st down for their offense.
Yeah, and I think Linganore was hopeful that they'd get a better punt out of that. He didn't seem to quite catch it right. And ball, again, as you said, is still in Linganore territory, where Oakdale now will settle in for their 2nd series, spotted at the 47-yard line of Linganore. Quarterback under center, high formation, slot right.
Hand off to the up back, straight ahead, pushing linemen struggling to get that pile moving, and they get about 2 yards on the carry down to the 39.
Now, one thing you notice on this offensive line so far, Mike, is they finish their blocks. They match up, they get great position, and they just keep driving their feet until they hear the whistle. That's what you teach kids from the time they're young, and, it's always the struggle. But a well-disciplined offensive line effort so far at this point in this game by Oakdale.
Pistol formation with a 2nd and 6. He rolls to his right, wants to throw. Got a man on a quick out, caught, immediately dropped right on the 40-yard line. That's going to give him about a 3-yard pickup. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3.
Nice roll out to the right. Kept himself composed, found his receiver in the flat, threw him a short strike. Quick pickup of 5. It's going to make it 3rd down and 2, maybe 3. Spotted right at the 40-yard line.
Hurry up offense now for the Bears as they bring out the same formation. Schlee with a long count. Linganore jumps, but no contact. Little trouble with the handoff. Ball comes out. Linganore jumps on it. Let's see who's got it. No signal on the field yet. So Oakdale will maintain possession, but the fumble, I think that was a read option. Wasn't he trying to pull that one out?
It's a read option, but you got a 6'5" guy using a 6'4" guy to do a read option. I mean, that's a lot of bodies in there to try to slip through, a quick opening hole.
So that'll bring up 4th and 5 for the Bears, and they're going to punt it away with their kicker standing back on the 42. His own 42, high snap. He fields it nicely. Left-footed kicker, flat kick. Falls out of bounds, down right around the 8-yard line. So Linganore will come out of that. Hard to tell far side of the field. It'll be Linganore ball in their own territory. And so far, the Bears with a 7-0 lead, and the story of this first quarter has been field position.
It has been, and as well, a timely stop on 3rd down for both teams. One great rush and a finish for a touchdown on the opening drive by Oakdale. And the Bears have a 7-0 lead. 4:38 to go in this first period of action here at Linganore High School.
Lay down under center, hands off to the deep back, trying to get outside, and runs right into 2 white jerseys in the backfield, 5 yards deep. So they're breaking through that right tackle and guard from that, should I say, the offensive line's left tackle and left guard are not able to contain.
Yeah, they're not able to stop the penetration at all, it seems. Being met in the backfield every time they try to go to that side and driven back for losses.
Ball's on the 5-6 yard line.
Yeah, 5-yard loss this time.
2nd and 13 now for the Lancers, and we've got a timeout, Linganore, on the field. That will give us an opportunity to step aside for our first commercial break here. Coming to you live from Linganore Stadium here, Linganore High School. I want to thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back after this important commercial break.
Tired of the same old comic book shop? Stop by Frederick's original comic book shop, Brainstorm Comics and Gaming. Brainstorm Comics has been voted Frederick's best comic shop. Brainstorm Comics is the premier dealer of DC and Marvel, as well as the independent comics. They are also your board and card game headquarters. They host game nights with a different board or card game featured that night. Brainstorm Comics also has that downtown Frederick location at 54 East Patrick Street. Want something new? Wednesday is New Comic Day with Brainstorm Comics opening at 10 a.m. They open every day from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Visit brainstormcomics.com for their calendar of upcoming events and news about all things comics. Find them on Facebook and Twitter. Brainstorm Comics and Gaming. Frederick's original comic shop is the hero among the fans.
All right, Linganore has the ball.
Quarterback rolls out to his right. He's being chased.
He's in the end zone.
He's trying to get the ball away. George. And Mike, they just sacked him in the end zone for a safety. Oakdale rings up a safety.
Put 2 on the board. Not only that, George, but I think he's hurt.
Oh, yeah, he's down. He's not getting up. The referee is over there leaning over, seeing if he's okay. Now I see the trainers running out on the field.
Coach Connor's out there himself, the head coach, and he rolls over on his back with his knees up. He's lifting his head. Here he comes. He's sitting up now. Now the trainer, nope, back down he goes. Yeah. So he got hit hard out there.
Yeah, he was just swarmed, tried to get rid of the ball, and he just could not get his arm around before being just like a building falling on top of him. It was the crashing of all those Oakdale bodies. So that's going to put 2 more up. It's going to make it 9-0 now, and Oakdale's going to get the ball back. But our concern now is for the Linganore quarterback.
Yeah.
Injured on the play.
Well, Linganore has 2 very good quarterbacks, and they earlier in the season they platooned them in Willette. Zach Willette has been their other quarterback. Zach is more of a running style quarterback. He's a lot shorter than Lee.
Yeah.
And but Lee has sort of won the job as the Lancers progress in the season with his versatility in the pocket and his height and his ability to run and throw. So I imagine now that it looks like he's up and he's being helped off the field, he's got a bad wheel.
Yeah. Looks like an ankle possibly, the way he's holding his leg. It doesn't surprise me that he rolled up on that ankle the way that he was, just hit from the side by a whole host of Oakdale defenders.
So Ryan Lay has got a bad, looks like his right foot. Now they're carrying him. He can't put any pressure on at all. So that's going to bring Zach Willett in, I'm sure, as the crowd gives him a round of applause. Zach Willett, number 19, a junior quarterback for the Lancers, will take over.
Oakdale will have
but there'll be we're going to have a free kick, right?
Yeah, free kick on a safety. Linganore from their own 20 will give it a boot.
So the way it looks like a turned ankle to me because he's not able to put any weight at all on that ankle.
Yeah.
But there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with the knee at all, which is good news. But ankles can be problematic too. So the trainer's got him on the table right in front of the crowd here.
Yeah.
So they're going to kick the ball away on a kickoff style. They have the choice between punting it or kicking it. So here comes the kickoff from the 20-yard line, and he squibs it up the middle. It's taken at the 45, bobbled, and then picked up over the 50 into the 45 and driven down at the 46-yard line once again for the third possession in this game. Oakdale has it in Linganore territory.
Yeah, great field position, as you remarked earlier, Mike, before all that injury and safety happened at the start of that last Oakdale drive, which was at about the 47, this at the 42-yard line. So the game's been played on the Linganore side of the field in its entirety with 4:23 to go in this first period of action.
Two receivers split wide, one to the near. Pistol formation. Schlee takes a snap, hands off to his lone back. He bounces it outside to the right and then sticks his nose in there and drills ahead for a gain of about maybe a half a yard. Not much there at all for him. Let's see what kind of mark they give him. Yeah, about a foot on the carry.
Yeah, we're not even going to call it 2nd and 9. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
No huddle for the Bears. They bring it back out. They flip the formation here to the near side. Straight drop, looking to his right, wants to pass, got some pressure, lets it go, caught all the way down to the 20-yard line. First down on a beautiful catch by number 4.
Beautiful throw. Man. I mean, he just dropped back in a 5-step drop, kept his eyes downfield, ran through his progression, stepped up, stepped into it, and just fired a bullet down the sideline about 23 yards.
So Gesario, the wide receiver, junior wide receiver, makes a great grab as they snap the ball and try to bring it around the left side. And the runner is bulldogged down by the Linganore defense. Give him a gain of 2, 2nd and 8, ball on the 18-yard line now. Bears bring it out, leading 9-0, and no, that is not 3 field goals. That is a touchdown and a safety. Here we go. Handoff, low snap, handoff to the back, bounces it outside, got some running room, trying to get Green, caught on the backside. Beautiful pursuit by number 8. That's Alex Storis, the leading tackler on this team from the backside linebacker position, goes at it.
Yeah, Mike, and Alec just does a great job stringing the back out. Got some help from the flow, but initially, I mean, he is the one who strung out that back until help arrived, and they stopped him. That was a great play by Alec.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage. The Bears are ready. Pitch to the right. Toss it, trying to get around the end. Slammed and driven out of bounds by number 42 on the far side of the field. Great tackle. And
that's Luke Fay.
He was shot out of a cannon.
Luke Fay just came up and put a lick on him, didn't he?
He did. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Bears now as they substitute some players onto the field.
Yeah.
Linganore gets a few defenders in, make that 4th down. That is going to be 4th and 5, and they're putting their kicking unit on the field now. They're going to try a field goal, and that ball is going to be spotted on the 22. There's the snap to set the kick. It's a low wobbler, and it does not go through. It looked like a wounded duck. It was just a line drive to the left.
Well, Linganore giving up field position with every series by Oakdale. Oakdale threatening each time, coming away with a little bit, chipping away here and there. But, Mike, I got to tell you, we're near the end, 2.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. It's only 9-0. This is still anybody's ball game. Could be a 21-zip game, but it's not.
So the ball's on the 20 where Linganore will take over 1st and 10 with their, what is arguably their best field position of the game.
Yeah, at the 20.
Willett under center. Motion, and there's the hanky. There. No. I see. There it is in the back judge.
Yeah.
So we had some movement in the backfield, and that's going to cost them 5.
And again, that's
a legal shift.
That has hurt Linganore up to this point as well. Instead of being 2nd and 5, you're going to be 1st and 15 now on your own 15. And at this point in the season, Mike, those are the kind of penalties that drive coaches crazy.
Yes, they do. Because they're really mental errors.
Yeah.
That's what they are. It's a game. Football is a game of focus. Here we go. 1st and 15 for the Lancers now. They need to get something going on this drive. Willett, handoff to the deep back, off right tackle, cuts it up, nothing there. Spins and bounces it outside, and he's met by a lot more white jerseys and dropped. I think he even lost a yard on that.
Yeah, Zamari might have been better. Zamari Snowden, the ball carrier, might have been better that time to just,
north-south.
Yeah, north-south, get his head in there and get what he could get instead of trying to get fancy and pull a spin move that didn't fool anybody, just lost him an extra 3 or 4 yards.
Ball on the 14-yard line, 2nd and 16 with 1:54 in the first quarter.
I mean, you understand they're trying to get something going, and you can't fault him for the effort.
Fakes a handoff, rolls to his left, quick out, and he drops it. Right in his hands, and he dropped it. He wasn't going to get a lot out of it, not a first down, but
pretty pass should have been caught, though. Mike would have been 3rd and 10 instead of 3rd and 15, at least. Something
interesting I just observed is Willett's a left-handed quarterback.
Yeah.
So he rolls to his left.
And that's where he's getting the pressure.
Nice pass, but that's where the pressure's coming from, right?
Well, we'll see. Maybe they can, flip linemen over, and if they're stronger on the right side, he's a lefty. Maybe I know we've done that.
Blitzen going to get him. He gets rid of it. A beautiful play by Willett to save the field position because they were blitzing all the way, untouched at the quarterback.
Yeah, but I think that was designed. I think that was set up to be a center screen. Mike, he just didn't deliver the ball well. Because the back was standing right there.
No, somebody's got to give him a chuck, though. That guy can't. That linebacker came in untouched.
Maybe. Bad kick. Wow. Ball punted from the 5-yard line, took an immediate right, didn't even clear, I don't think, the 20-yard line, Mike.
It didn't.
They're going to be very generous with that spot.
They're going to spot it at the 36, it looks like. So
that's where the ball landed in the stands.
So what's that, a net 20?
That is a very generous spot.
Yes.
Well, nonetheless, still outstanding field position once again for the Oakdale Bears. This time the ball, they're going to start from the 36. Bears line up in shotgun I formation, slot right, wide right. Quarterback rolls to his right, looks downfield. He's going to keep it. Good coverage by Linganore. Brings the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe they're going to give him a yard on it. 2nd down and 9 to go. I like the way he looks downfield, Mike.
Yes.
He stands tall. He's a tall kid to begin with.
Right. 6'5".
Yeah, and he makes a great decision on when to tuck if he feels he's got some room. It would be helpful for him if his center would snap the ball above his shoelaces. It's a long way to reach down for the ball every time.
Got some scores for you. Middletown leading Brunswick 30-0 with 4:39 to go in the first.
Oh, yeah.
Urbana with a 7-0 lead over
Pass
Clark.
downfield is tipped, almost intercepted on a great ball downfield, just a little bit high. But a long strike, Mike, would have given him a first down deep inside Linganore territory. Wasn't to be. It's going to bring up fourth down, and in this location, ball spotted at the 35, you go for it. Or not. They've got the punter back there.
Got the punting unit on the field, right. It's 4th and 8.
Yeah, but from the 35.
Well, I guess they're going to try and capitalize on pinning them deep and changing ends of the field as it rolls into the end zone.
Oh, wow.
Caught right at the 1 foot line.
Wow.
What a beautiful special teams play to pin Linganore right on the 1 foot line with their back against the end zone.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you, that was one of those you're going to be telling your kids about later in life. I mean, he just drilled that ball perfectly, and the ball just popped straight up in the air and straight down. Nice and easy, like, into the arms of another Oakdale player who stopped it right at the one foot line, Mike. Oakdale now in a position, again, they're going to bring it all probably and try to get another safety. There's a big scrum right at the goal line. Bodies being shoved around. Looks like maybe he was able to drive forward for a little bit of breathing room, maybe 2 yards.
Got another score for you, George. Walkersville leading Catoctin 27-0 in the first quarter.
Yeah. 2nd down and 8 to go. Linganore back to the wall. Hands off up the middle. Gets through the first rush across the 5-yard line. Ball is loose, and it looks like possibly Oakdale fell on it as they point towards the end zone. They're going to have to dig through this pile to find out. No indication yet. And there it is. It's Oakdale football, Mike, at about the 7-yard line on a fumble. Wow. And that's the last play of the quarter. We're going to switch ends of the field. The first quarter ends with Oakdale winning 9-0 here at Linganore. And we'll be back after a brief message from our sponsors to bring you the second quarter of action. You're listening to WTHU, the best sports programming in Frederick County.
We're here at Clustered Spires Golf Club on a very special day that players will truly appreciate.
Did you see that, Fred? Unbelievable! And right onto the green.
Well, you know, Tom, Clustered Spires Golf Club is an 18-hole first-class championship golf course that has been awarded a 4-star rating from Golf Digest and voted Frederick's best golf course 17 times.
That's right, Fred. The reason players do so well at Clustered Spires Golf Club is the state-of-the-art driving range and practice greens to sharpen their game in between rounds. And it's 5 minutes from downtown Frederick, just off the historic Gas House Pike.
But the real secret all golf pros know is that Clustered Spires Golf Club has the perfect way to start or end your outing. The superb pro shop in the clubhouse and the Brewers on the Green restaurant.
That's the Clustered Spires Golf Club, Frederick City's own public course situated along the beautiful Monocacy River. Book your tee time today at clusteredspiresgolf.com.
And Oakdale takes the ball from the line of scrimmage on the just outside of the goal line. They drill it in. Touchdown, Oakdale, for their 3rd score of the game here. They put 6 on the board.
First play of the second quarter of action, Mike. And 5 seconds in, we've got a touchdown, but there is a penalty on the play.
So this one's coming back. That touchdown's not going up on the board after all. It's been negated.
Holding, and boy, they tacked it on pretty thick. Ball spotted now at the 19-yard line.
Huge break for the Lancers.
Quarterback keeps the ball, rolls to his right, sees a receiver wide open.
Touchdown in the end zone. My goodness. They made it look easy.
Made it look like an option fake off tackle, read option fake off tackle. Quarterback tucked it and ran. They completely bought into it as the corner came up to meet him, releasing into the flat, and the flat happened to be in the end zone. A wide open receiver for him to just make a nice, easy, soft toss to. 15-yard pass, touchdown. Wow.
So at the 11:49 mark in this first half, the Oakdale Bears put 15 on the board. And now the extra point attempt. There's the snap, the set, the kick is up, almost blocked, and we've got a whistle. The kick is... Could you see that, George? Was it good?
Well, they're taken to the sideline, so
it's
good. It looks to be good.
It's good. They put the point on the board. 16-0. The Oakdale Bears have the lead here at Linganore on what we have is 2 touchdowns. That's 7 and 7 is 14, and a 2-point safety.
Right.
So very quiet here on the Linganore side, George.
Yeah, it's very disheartening to see. If you're a fan of Linganore, just the kind of things that have led to these scores. The fumble down deep in their own end zone, the safety, when he struggled a little bit with the handle on the ball and couldn't get it up to get rid of it before just being hammered down to the turf, resulting in an ankle injury. You see him on the sideline there, sitting on the trainer's